Hello, welcome to Delicious and Light. I'm Dina D'Ambrosi. We are very close to Thanksgiving, so the next few recipes I'm going to be doing in the video are going to help you out with Thanksgiving. The first thing is a classic pumpkin pie, but I'm going to put a little twist on it and use some cinnamon whiskey in there, which will add a lot of flavor to it. A friend of mine gave me a recipe, and it was cinnamon whiskey pumpkin pie. But if you look at pumpkin pie recipes, they have a lot of ingredients in them that are high in calories, high in fat. But this is a really easy recipe to make light, so I just reworked it a little bit. So there's two parts to this recipe. The first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 375, and the first part is going to be the crust. The second part is going to be the filling, and then you just bake it together. And I'll talk a little bit about how you might want to garnish it after we bake it. You have a couple of options. So the first thing you want to do is just take a cup of graham cracker crumbs and put it in your food processor. Just drop that right in there. I think I've mentioned this before. If you don't have a food processor in your kitchen, you can get away with using maybe a blender or an emulsifier, but it's a whole lot more work. I really recommend getting a food processor. You use it for so many things. So for the crust, it's 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs and 6 ounces of pitted dates. These dates were not pitted in advance, so I just took the time and just took the pits out. I use this for any graham cracker crust pie that I make. I always use this crust because it's fat-free, and the sweetness of the pitted dates add a nice flavor to it, and the pitted dates are moist enough that it makes a nice crumbly crust. So I'm just going to turn the food processor on, and this is going to take a couple minutes. You just have to be patient. It's going to seem like it's not coming together, but I'll show you. It does come together, and I'll show you what you're looking for. So I'm just going to start this, and when it's done, I'll be right back at you. Alright, so I've been processing this for about a minute or two, and it's not ready yet because it's not completely formed and evenly distributed. But if you notice, the color's getting a little darker. When your crust gets darker, it'll turn from a light tan to a more medium tan. Check it to see if it holds between your fingers. I'm going to turn this on again and give it a few more minutes. Alright, so the crust is done, and I'm going to show you how you know that. It's a slightly darker color, as I had mentioned, and also if you can see, when I pick it up, I can squeeze it between my fingers and it stays. So that's what you're looking for, really. So all you want to do is get an 8-inch pie plate, and I'm just going to spray this with cooking spray to prevent it from sticking. And the crust, you just pour it out here, and you want to press it on the bottom and the sides. And that's it. That's as easy as it gets. So just press that down. And if there's any holes, just fill them in. And try to get it up the sides as much as you can. It helps you hold your pie together. And there you go. Your pie crust is ready. I'm just going to set that aside. The second part is the filling. So for the filling, pumpkin pie is great because it's just such an easy recipe. You just want to get half a cup of egg substitute, a full cup of evaporated low-fat or fat-free milk. It's important to know to get the unsweetened evaporated milk. If you get the sweetened kind, then don't add any sugar to your pie, otherwise it'll be too sweet. A half a cup of sugar, because the kind I got was unsweetened, and a full 15-ounce can of pumpkin. Let me get a spatula. I'm going to put the pumpkin in here. Scrape that in. All right, we're just going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in here. And 1.5 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. Now here's where you can make it fun. If you're someone who really likes extra nutmeg, or you like cinnamon, you can definitely do that. And you could do that with your crust as well. So we're going to do 1.5 teaspoons pumpkin pie spice, which has a lot of those spices in it already, and 3 ounces of cinnamon whiskey. So if you didn't know, a tablespoon is 1 ounce. So 3 tablespoons for 3 ounces. 2 and 3. And then all you're going to do from here is put it in your mixer. Whatever kind of mixer you have works. And if you don't have a mixer, you can whisk this manually as well. You start off slow, and I just want to get it thoroughly mixed. It's not like you're making whipped cream. You don't have to wait for it to change at all. It's going to stay liquidy. And what happens is the egg is what kind of holds it all together. So let me just get my spatula, make sure everything is mixed in. It is, so see, it's just a liquid pumpkin. Very nice. Take out your pie plate. Pour it into your crust. And I've got my oven preheated to 375. And like I always say, you don't have to remember all these ingredients and measurements. This will be on the website, deliciouslite.com, and you can check it out there. And then you're just going to put it in the oven, and this is going to bake anywhere between 50 to 60 minutes. You're going to wait for a toothpick to come out clean, and it's firm. So we're just going to bake that. I'll set it for 50 minutes, and we'll check it, and I'll be back with you at that time. All right, pumpkin pie is ready. So what I'm going to do is, you see that it's starting to get a little bit of crack, so it's cooked through. But this needs to sit for a while and cool. And basically how you would want to do this at this point is just let this cool. And if you'd like, right before you serve it, you could put some whipped cream on top or whipped topping. Or you could serve it just like this. If it's all done and you make it in advance, you just wrap it, put it in the refrigerator, and you serve it for Thanksgiving as dessert. It'll be absolutely delicious. So I can't actually taste it right now. I'm going to have to wait until it cools for a bit. But I'm really looking forward to tasting that cinnamon whiskey in there. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and until next time, thanks. Bye-bye.